So I came out to see Stu. Stu's back from Tennessee, and I was going to share a story with him about that I heard about some monks.
Yes.
Yeah, and so the story is these 100 monks decided to build a monastery, and they went about the business, and it took them a whole year. 100 monks took a whole year to build this monastery. As soon as they were done, they were all out admiring their work, and a little boy in a red bicycle came up and blew the place up and killed half the monks.
Wow, that's horrible.
Yeah. But the 50 monks left were so inspired by the previous build that they decided to rebuild the monastery. So
half the monks.
Half the monks, yeah, 50
Probably
monks.
going to take them twice the time.
It actually did. It took them 2 years to rebuild the monastery. So they were all out admiring their work, and a little boy in a red bicycle came up and blew the whole place up and killed half the monks.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing.
Amazing. So the monks were all distraught. 25 monks left. They decided we're going to rebuild. So they said about
25 monks.
25 monks. They said
So
about
so it's about twice the time.
same man years. Yep, same now man years. So they went. It took them 8 years to rebuild this monastery.
4 years, right? It took them two years before.
Oh, 2 years. Yeah,
One year.
It took them 4 years. Yeah,
4 years.
Right. So
yeah.
4 years. So
Right.
So
4 years.
they took all 4 years, and they were all out admiring their work. When a little boy
it's done again.
is done again, and
Finally.
a little boy in a red bicycle came up, blew the place up.
The same little boy?
Same little boy. He's
How does
old.
this happen?
I don't know. He's in Neverland or something. But anyway,
It's Peter Pan, isn't it? is that the punchline? Is Peter Pan?
It's Peter Pan. It's going to be a good punchline. So,
okay.
So they blew up the monastery and killed half the monks plus one. So there's 12 monks left.
12 monks?
Yeah. So the 12 monks were distraught again, but they decided, we're going to rebuild. And so they set off to rebuild the monastery. Took them 8 years to finish.
8 years?
8 years. 8 long years. After 8 long years, they set out. They were looking at the monastery. Everything was fine. Guess what happened?
A little boy on
A little boy in a red bike came up.
Wow.
Blew up the monastery. Killed half the monks. Monks were all just distraught again. 6 months, monks decided, we have to rebuild. It's been tradition,
Yeah.
So once again, they sat out and they rebuilt the monastery. It took them 16 years, these what are we at, 6 months,
Yeah.
monks?
Yeah, I mean, there's only 6 of them.
Took them 16 years to rebuild this monastery. A lot of hard work and blood and sweat and tears, and they were all out admiring their work when a little boy on a red bicycle showed up, blew the place up, and killed half the monks.
They need to set a sentry.
They do. But guess what happened?
They decided to rebuild.
Those 3 monks were inspired, and they set out to rebuild this monastery, and it took them 32 years, and they were all out admiring their monastery when the same little boy
on a red bike.
bicycle
Something's going on with this little red
showed up,
boy on the little red bike.
blew up the monastery, killed 2 of the monks. Left 1 monk, right?
I think so. Was there 6 monks? Or were there 3?
There was 3.
There were 3
Are we
monks.
on 3?
I don't know. I thought we were on 6.
Well, okay, so let's go to 3 monks. So then the 3 monks decided.
The 3 monks.
3 monks decided to rebuild a monastery. They rebuilt the monastery. They're all out admiring your work, and guess what happened?
A boy on a bike, red bicycle.
Little red bicycle showed up and blew up the monastery. Killed 2 of the monks.
1 guy
1 monk left.
It's going to take him forever to build a new monastery.
But that didn't happen.
What?
He was so angry, this 1 monk, that he grabbed his blue bicycle and he took off after this boy in a red bicycle.
On the red bicycle.
Yeah, and this monk on the blue
Finally,
bicycle.
they should have done this years
I
ago.
know, but he was pedaling as fast as he could, and no matter how fast he pedaled, how fast he went, he could not catch the boy.
Is that because he was old?
Well, that could have been the boy was old too.
The boy's been around a long time.
Yeah, he's been around. But so
he's chasing him down.
This monk in the blue bike is chasing the red bike,
pedaling as fast
as he can. Couldn't catch him.
Really?
Which goes to show that red bikes are faster than blue bikes.